Hi, thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to look at the Middle East Fund Database. The ultimate institutional investor database is introducing a rare database of institutional grade investors sourced from my exclusive database of over 400,000 global capital professionals. For the first time ever, this powerful resource is available to help you access capital like never before. To be clear, this is the ultimate Middle East capital fund database. So to start off with, the database contains 501 funds with fund managers, 6,000 key investment contacts with 3,700 emails, and the countries covered include the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, and Israel. Now, you're going to see the spreadsheet coming up in just a bit, but the key database fields includes contact names, titles, investor type, location, geographic preference, websites, emails, sector specialization, investment strategy, and fund descriptions. Top fund strategies. So the database covers the full range of private capital strategies, including venture capital across all stages, buyout and private equity mandates, and real estate strategies spanning core, value add, opportunistic, distressed, and debt. It also includes major infrastructure strategies operating across core, value add, opportunistic, and debt structures. It further captures direct lending and private credit, special situations, secondaries, fund to funds, co-investment models, as well as natural resources, energy, and multi-strategy funds. This breadth ensures clear visibility into the most active allocation themes across the Middle East. So why this database matters? Well, this is the who's who in Middle East capital and fundraising. It's a very rare and exclusive database of the most hard to access contacts in the Middle East fundraising ecosystem. In fact, it actually goes well with my Middle East Family Investment Office database that you can see on the website. Now, my databases come from two major institutional grade sources, so you're not going to find these databases anywhere with any one particular source, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to provide these to my clients. Now, this resource provides direct access to the professionals and funds that control billions of dollars in capital across private equity and venture capital. Now, again, in review, 500 leading funds, 3,700 key fundraising professionals, billions in capital access, exclusive and hard to access. This is a one-of-a-kind database built for serious fundraising efforts, and it's perfect for those seeking to raise capital in the Middle East across real estate startups and private equity deals. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you cannot scrape this type of information off the internet. It's not possible. So don't fall for anybody's pitch on that, because you just can't get this type of access from websites. Most of these contacts aren't even listed on their company websites. So that's why it's a very exclusive and valuable database. So let's take a look at the database. But firstly, key database disclosure. I like to add this to all my database videos. My extensive database library provides hundreds of thousands of global contacts, typically including profiles, emails, and websites, though not all details are complete. Primarily compiled and updated from 2021 to 2025, with most of the updates in the last 2 years. Now, this corporate resource may include contacts whose roles have since changed, but it's designed as an excellent starting point for outreach. It's best leveraged and continually refined by organizations with dedicated data teams. In fact, I use these databases for my own fundraising assignments when I'm put on a retainer. But one thing to keep in mind, you do not use these databases to spam. These are for research to actually fine-tune your fundraising initiatives. Now, this database comprises a blend of individuals and companies, each with distinct investment criteria and operating conditions, so there's no guarantee your approach will be favorably received. Note, this database is available to corporate or institutional grade groups only, no personal sales. Okay, now we're over on the spreadsheet. So this is basically what is involved with this database. As you see the funds here, you've got 501. And over here, if we scroll back up to the top now, you can see you're going to get the name, you're going to get the background of the fund, so you're going to be able to do some filtering there as well. You're going to get the inception year, you're going to get the asset class, so you can see that you're going to see venture capital, real estate, private equity involved in most of these. You're also going to get information on their core strategy, whether it's early stage, real estate opportunistic. If it's a real estate one, there's a ton of real estate in here. Growth, expansion. Primary region, again, this is Middle East specifically, but they do look towards North America in some cases. You're going to get the status, whether it was just open, first close, raising, fund size. You're going to get the fund manager, which is also what you're going to use when you look at the contacts that I'm going to show you in the next sheet. And as we scroll over a little further to the right, you're going to get a little bit more information on some of their targets and industry specifics, company emails and websites as well. So that is the page that includes the core data for the funds. Now let's look at the contacts. So in the contacts, you have a little over 6,170. We scroll back up to the top. So you're going to get the fund manager name, what type of firm it is. It could be private equity fund manager. You're going to get their name, their title. You're going to get what asset class that they're responsible for. Now there's around 3,700 emails. If you don't have an email, it's really easy. You can just take their name, punch it into LinkedIn. I usually get about a 98% hit rate now. This database was updated in the first quarter of 2025, so it should have a pretty good life cycle for you for the next couple, 3 years. Now, if you can't find who you're looking for, then as far as an email is, you're usually going to be able to find 1 or 2 email addresses for somebody at that company. If that's not the right person, they may very well be able to direct you to the proper person. So this is the perfect type of database if you're looking for groups that are already looking to deploy capital right now or are aiming to deploy capital in the next 1, 2, 3 years, depending on when the fund started. Okay, before we finish off the video, I'm just going to show you the Dubai Investors List website. So this is where you're going to be able to take a look at not only the Middle East funds database, but the other databases that I have. As you can see here, this is the home page. So you're going to get just a basic description of some of the key databases and some of the core themes of the website with links to some of the YouTube videos. And then if we go to the Middle East funds page, so this is the database that we've just taken a look at, and there's a lot of information on the key parts of the database, the research as well as a detailed video, as I have all my videos are on YouTube that describe the databases. And I'm going to be recording some key insights from 300 Middle East funds out of that 500 Middle East fund database. And you can see I have finished it and posted it on the website. So it gives people who are interested in purchasing the database some more depth of what it includes. It's a great resource, especially for groups that are looking to raise capital in 2026 and beyond, because that database does cover funds that go all the way up to the end of 2024. So they'll definitely be allocating towards the end of 2029. For more information, contact DubaiInvestorsList.com. That's DubaiInvestorsList.com. Please like, share, and subscribe.